Thank you very much for joining me. How you been? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Steve Rannazzisi. I'm the guy. I'm the guy. Fucking lit. I'm the guy. Steve Rannazzisi. Lit. I'm the guy. I'm the guy. Fucking lit. I'm the guy. Steve Rannazzisi. What's the odds? 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 What's
So much Game of Thrones.
You're just watching all of them?
Non-stop.
I told you what I'm doing. I just watched the last season.
But that's not as fun.
No. You don't understand, dude. It is. You don't understand, dude. It is. I'm the guy fucking lit.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I am the guy. Steve Rannazzisi, what's the odds? Welcome back to the podcast. It is December 18th, 2019. This is our last podcast of the year. I am joined, as always, by our $1 million winner, baby Brenton Biddlecombe over
$1
here.
million and my sound cut out.
Your sound's out, my sound's in. Well,
What is going on?
Sloppy pod.
You can hear me, right?
Sloppy,
You can hear
sloppy
me.
pod.
I guess
Sloppy pod.
I realized I still have Oreo dust on my forehead.
We all have it. We look like we just got
what
Ash
that was.
Sunday'd.
I wondered what that was.
Ash Wednesday. Fuck. Oh, my brother's a priest.
Shit,
He's going to be really disappointed in me. And, of course, Lucas Hurl, thank you very much again for always coming in and helping us out and doing the great video for us last week. By the way, we all kind of chimed in together about last week's episode. The time change, I think, messed us up a little bit. We were a little lazy, a little tired.
Yeah.
I completely forgot. I had a whole Court McCowan is going to call in about the President's Cup, and I forgot, and then he called later on. Yeah, it was a whole, just the whole time thing. So I apologize. I really want to talk about the President's Cup. I'm going to recap it today, but I was really excited watching that this weekend. I know
Is that the
most of
same
you
as the British Open?
It's the Open again.
So it's in England. It's
yes.
British.
Open is in England. The President's Cup is anywhere. It's. Do you know what?
British.
Don't fucking start like this, dude.
Okay.
I can't hit the. I'm sorry.
Don't hit the table.
I won't hit the table. But here's the deal. I'm trying to end on a positive note for the end of the year, and so I know that you're trying to push my buttons with the
I'm not
opening.
trying to push your buttons. I'm just asking questions.
Great.
I'm not a golf fan. I'm not invested in golf. I'm just trying to learn. I'm trying to learn
President's
the
Cup,
game.
America versus the world minus Europe, because that's the Ryder Cup. So every other year they do the President's Cup, and the other year they do the Ryder Cup. Ryder Cup's America versus Europe. President's Cup, America versus the rest of the world. You know, South America, Australia. You know, the rest of the fucking world, Brenton. And it was in Australia this weekend, so with the time change, not a lot of people watched it. But I watched it, so we're going to recap that. I'm excited. And so, like last week, we were just tired, and I think our picks...
My pick was correct.
Okay.
I maybe have led you guys astray, but why would you listen to me? That's on you.
It really, like,
I took
watching the
Bills.
recap video...
I said the Bills would win. I said the Bills would cover. They won. They covered.
I guess
and
we
they're
have
in
to
the
say
playoffs.
congratulations. And I say this to both of you as Bills fans, who all season had told me that the Bills were better than they were. And you guys said, no, they're not. They are who we thought they would be this year.
Yes.
And you were right. They are a playoff team. 10-3, correct?
10-4.
10-4. Going into the playoffs, probably won't get a home game, but you never know. You got to
Maybe.
Miracles do happen.
Beat New England
especially
this
against
week.
you guys, like the Music City Miracle.
Oh, come on. Too soon.
Why?
That was like the last time they were in the playoffs other than the fluke of 2 years ago where they needed Andy Dalton's help and they had Tyrod Taylor.
That's true. Tyrod Taylor, underrated for you guys, right?
Yeah. He was solid.
He was solid for 2 years.
He was a quarterback who got a team to the playoffs. It's not easy to do.
Did you guys cry this weekend?
No, I did 2 years ago.
You did.
Because it had been how
Since
many years? It
95,
was
right?
18 years since I had seen them in the playoffs. 99 was the last time they were in the playoffs.
That was the
And-
Music City Miracle, right?
Yeah,
that's
and
what I thought.
so I did 2 years ago, and it didn't look like they won their game, and then we're watching the Bengals and the Ravens, and it looked like the game was over, and then Dalton throws a 45-yard, miracle pass, as time expires to beat the Ravens. So I cried then.
You must have been elated this weekend.
Yeah.
They're going to the playoffs. And they're going to lose, and you know that. And that's okay.
Maybe.
But you've got hope now. And look,
We're a sneaky good team. It
Of
just
course.
depends on if the team shows up or if they don't.
of course,
when they
I
haven't
think you
showed
guys
up, they
could
look
beat
bad.
the Patriots. I really
Yeah.
do believe you could beat the Patriots. I'm not...
The first time since 2008 that Tom Brady is not in the Pro Bowl, and there's a reason for that. They're not a good team. Their defense is good.
He
Their
doesn't have anyone to
offense
throw to.
Sucks.
And they're not giving him the time. I think you guys can beat him. Do I think you can beat him in the playoffs?
Maybe.
In Foxborough?
Maybe.
Probably not. But this week you might have a chance. And so I'm excited that you guys finally have a team to go into the playoff. I, unfortunately, again, the Giants this week, they came out. They played well. They played strong. Eli Manning, what a way to go out.
Oof.
What a way to go out. 3 fucking interceptions. 3 goddamn picks, but they won the game. He played well, 270 yards, something like that. Couple touchdowns. Saquon finally had 2 touchdowns. I drove back from Mammoth. I was in Mammoth this weekend with the family, and so I pulled this fucking move because the DirecTV, the Sunday Ticket has, it's got the app. So I'm driving my wife's car. The kids are in the back because Mammoth was great. Mammoth, it's my first time there. I didn't ski. Everyone else skied. And my wife's not a great skier. My kids are not great skiers. I'm not a great skier either, but I would have been able to help. She, the first run, tried to do both of them at the same time, and one came down with the skis on his shoulder. The other one was missing. He's gone for like an hour. He went into the woods.
The Woods owns him
The
now.
Woods owned Jonah for an hour. Everyone just wanted hot chocolate and to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
And people were quitting. People were crying. I mean, one run, dude. We have 3.5 days of skiing and hanging out. One run. We're an hour and a half into this trip, and everyone wants to just fucking pull the ripcord. And so I'm like, oh God. We're in there getting hot chocolate, talking people off the ledge. And then my buddy Jens, who's a great skier, he goes, nobody should ever cry skiing. Let me help you out. Took the kids up. And before you knew it, by the end of the day, they were doing blues by themselves, going down. And they had a blast. Now, I could not ski, obviously, because of my very injured back and all the hurt that I went through this year. I can't.
Should we do a separate podcast where you just cry about your back?
I could.
I mean, get over it. Get over it and get physically ready to run a fucking marathon with us. Get over it, Steve.
Wow, tough
Half
love.
marathon.
That was 6 episodes ago.
It was a half marathon.
We're in the now.
Okay. The point is this. I'm not risking my health for skiing right now. So I knew it wouldn't be the best thing. But you know what's great for me? Hot tubbing. And I did do a lot of that. I sat the shit out of that hot tub.
Were you in it
People
like
were
half
like-
the day?
A lot of the day, dude. People were at one point, because it's outdoors. So
Wait, how long were you in the hot tub? Would you guess?
I would say at a clip, 50 minutes, an hour.
So you're probably sterile now.
And then I come out for I would be able to do laps in a robe, like Jimmy the Chin Gigante, right? I would do a lap around the inside, like the outside of the pool area, outdoors. It's like fucking 4 degrees.
Yeah.
In my flip-flops and the robe, like I'm just out there walking around. People are looking at me like steam coming off me, and then right back into the hot tub. Because I waited there. The first day I waited for the kids to come down. I took pictures and shit like that. But there's only so much you can just sit there waiting in the cold.
Yeah.
It's not that interesting. They're not that good. They're not doing tricks and flips and shit.
Dad,
So,
watch me pizza for
Great.
20 yards.
Yeah. I could do that with Ari. So I was like, fuck this. I'm going to the hot tub. I tried not to booze that much because I was like, I'm going to be a fat bastard if I...
Yeah.
So I did... Well, Thursday night I hit it hard. Friday, we went bowling with the kids. That's like the thing to do. Just like, you got to get out of the hotel. There was like 5 families or 10 families. There was a lot of people. So we went bowling on Friday night, and I got a little bit, because they had Golden Tee. So some of the dads were off playing Golden Tee. You play Golden Tee?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God, dude. You never played Golden Tee?
No.
You know what it is?
No.
I don't want to say because it's a golf game. It's not the Open. It's just Golden Tee, it's called. And it's a little roller ball, and you got to hit the ball into the fairway and, make putts and shit like that.
It's
Golden
like
Tee,
like
dude.
a simulator?
It's like a video game.
It's a video game.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. But I played it forever, when I was a kid growing up. So they had a Golden Tee machine there. So a lot of the dads were reliving our 90s by playing that.
Sidebar, we got to do a putt-putt challenge.
Once
your back is good.
By the way, sidebar, on the low, I went and hit some chips this weekend. When I got back on Sunday, Monday I went to hit some chips and putt a little bit just to try to get the old stroke back a little bit. And then I started taking some half swings. I can't hit the brakes. And I felt pretty good. Felt all right. Not too, didn't put, but putting's, it's the thing that goes away the quickest. So give me a little time and then we'll do a little putt-putt challenge.
I worked at a putt-putt for like 3 years.
So you're going to be ready for the senior tour in 30 years?
It's not 30 years. It's going to be,
It's 2 weeks from now.
It's like 7.5 years from me now. So yeah, 100%. I'm right on course. Everything is going according to plan. Guys, I want to talk first this week about, by the way, do you see, I don't know if it actually has happened yet, but we posted today, Tekashi 6ix9ine was supposed to be sentenced today, and they were actually gambling on whether or not he would cry after he got his sentencing. Now, I don't know what time it is by you. Right now, it's almost 2:15, 2:30 in the afternoon in California on Wednesday, so I'm sure it's already happened by now. But I did read on the way in here that I think his dad came to testify, or someone came out to testify, and he lost it. So I don't know if that counts towards the bet, but I'm sure that he's going to cry. I'm sure that he's going to be upset about going to prison for the entire 2020.
Well, here
broke down crying court after his estranged father showed up at his sentencing. Yeah, that's his dad. No tattoos on his face. What's going on there? Oh, there it is. There's the tattoo. Is that his mom? Yeah, I thought it was. I don't know. I don't know anything about Tekashi 6ix9ine. All I know is everyone says he's a rat and a snitch, and apparently he's snitched on everyone, and now he still has to go to jail
for 2 years.
For the entire for 2 years.
2 years.
That's not bad.
What was he up for?
He was up for life.
Life.
Yeah.
What, did he murder someone?
No, he did a lot of bad stuff. And he got 2 years because he turned in literally everybody.
Everyone.
Yeah.
What's the odds he makes it through the 2 years and doesn't get killed in prison?
Well, if they keep him separated from everybody else. I mean, he's a famous person.
But how do you live your life like that?
You just go 700 more days,
I don't know,
642 more days, 500 more days.
Maybe good behavior, 6 months.
That was easy money. Of course he was going to cry.
Yeah.
He already has tattoos
He's still
tiered on his
technically a
face.
kid.
That's technically already done, so we would have won anyway. Yeah, speaking of crying, the other thing, just pop culture wise, I don't know if you guys follow. Taylor Swift is bothering me. Okay, she was on an award show this week. I'm not sure which one it was, and she was again shitting all over Scooter Braun, the guy that bought the rights to her songs. Here's what I don't understand about this whole situation. You obviously wrote your songs and you deserve ownership of them, but if you didn't negotiate that into your deal, then you can't cry about it now. I understand that she feels like she's been slighted and didn't have like a say in the whole process, but that's what happens. Is you don't get a say in the process. You sign a contract to produce music, and then that's it. That's not what you signed is what you have to agree to. And whoever then goes about and owns your music after that, that's you can go back and buy it yourself if you want to. But I just don't like the whole shitting all over males. It's a very male toxic. That was her whole speech. It's a very male toxic situation right now, and this and that. And I'm just like, I'm sorry, you got a raw deal. You got a shitty deal. And I don't think it's anyone to blame but yourself, or the people that surrounded yourself with at the time. And I mean, why would you, if you were a businessman, why would you not make a business decision based on money? And if you're Scooter Braun, I mean, I don't know who this guy is or what his deal is. She obviously has a big problem with him, but I just feel like going on talk shows now and going on award shows to shit on people, it just sounds like sour grapes to me. Mm-hmm. It really does. And I like her. I think she's super talented. Writes all her own songs. And I understand you feel very I mean, I couldn't imagine look, Comedy Central owns half my shit.
You're not bitching.
I mean, no, I am because they basically they buried it. You know, nobody even knows where fucking Comedy Central specials are right now anyway. So, but you don't see me out there like, oh fuck, you know, like every place you go.
Yeah.
It's like, this is the deal you signed. This is what you have to live with. You were at a certain point in your career where this is the best you could have gotten, or you took, and that's what you have to now live with.
And he didn't buy him for cheap, I'm sure.
No, I'm sure it was hundreds of millions of dollars. So, yeah, he bought him for a reason. I just, it's a one-sided argument at this point, and I don't understand why she continues to bring it up. But that's just me. My wife and I were having that argument earlier today because she thinks, you know, everyone should have the rights to everything, and I'm like, no, she made a shitty deal. Why is it everyone else's fault? Why do I have to listen to a fucking speech about one guy that nobody knows? I don't know Scooter Braun.
Yeah, I'd like to see Kanye buy her songs.
Yeah. What would she say about that? What would she say about that? Kanye bought all my songs. I'm sure she'd have a problem with that. Toxic male energy. It's mostly my wife I had a problem with because she just like constantly standing up
She was defending Taylor?
every step of the way. And I go, babe, she made a poor decision. What more is there to like? That's what happens in business. Sometimes you get fucked.
Yeah, and she can still play the songs on the road, right?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't know.
I think she probably
She can play them on the road.
She can play
Yeah.
the songs whenever she wants. She just
can't
doesn't
record
own
them,
the
I-
rights.
Yeah.
Like I think for the award show, she had to get permission
Yeah.
to sing her own songs, and
It
that
can't
probably
be-
chapped her
it
ass.
can't be broadcasted.
But I don't want to
And
hear
she
about
can't,
it.
She can't monetize on it.
I don't want to hear about your shitty business move every time you win a fucking award. That's my point. Let's move on. God damn it. Speaking of which, awards. I think you guys said back to football. McDermott won the Coach of the Year.
Buffalo
Yep.
Bills head coach Sean McDermott.
Why are they giving out Coach of the Year before the year's over?
Because he did so well.
They saw
What do you mean
all
he
they
did
needed
so
to
well?
see, Steve.
Couple teams did better.
They saw the process. They saw the results of the process.
He did a great job, guys.
2 out of the last 3 years, we're in the playoffs. Him and Bean, our GM, they have a great team built. Everybody's coming back next year, and we get $80 million in cap space.
I think you guys are poised to have a good next couple of years run because think about it. Well, who knows? But New England might not be as dominant.
Tom
going
Brady
forward.
might not play next year.
Maybe not
he
even
might
for New
retire,
England.
but he might not. I
Yes.
hear rumors of him going to the Dolphins, and then I hear rumors of their offensive coordinator going to the Falcons.
What are you, Adam Schefter?
Yeah.
Hear rumors?
I hear rumors. I have sources. I talk
What
to people.
sources do you have?
Put my ear to the ground and I listen.
It's an inch and a half from the ground already.
Yeah, I can hear everything.
As a Bills fan, I hope Brady plays till he's 45 with the Patriots. I hope he goes nowhere.
Yeah.
I hope
You
he
really
stays
do,
where-
though?
Captain Checkdown. Hell
yeah.
yeah.
You think you'd rather have Tom Brady behind there than some backup?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
I wouldn't
you
have
think
said
he's
that 2 years
bad?
ago. He's going downhill.
He's really bad.
You don't think it's because he has a shitty offensive line that isn't
I'm sure
protecting
that,
as much as
that
they normally
factors
do?
into it, but the fact of the matter is
And
the
no one to
guy
throw to?
can't throw the ball farther than 20 yards sharp. He has to check everything down.
I can't, dude. You're talking to a guy who spent the last 3 years, 2.5, and a couple games this year watching Eli Manning throw. So I can't commiserate with this because the guy.
Well, look at what Eli
Manning's
Manning
got
does.
a
Every
paper
now and
arm.
then, yeah, he'll have 2 games with 300 yards and some touchdowns against a bad defense, but he's going to throw 3 picks.
Yes.
Brady is going to deteriorate, and he either needs to retire before that happens, which he's not going to do, or he's going to end up somewhere else.
Brady, I think he might. Well, I think a Brady-less Patriots team is no longer the dominant team in the AFC East.
They lose
Especially
that intimidation factor.
based on the way the Bills are playing. I think it would be better if the Miami Dolphins and the Jets were even remotely competitive, but they're not.
I think the Jets will be next year. I think they're going to be much better.
Oh,
They're
how could they be any fucking worse, really? I mean,
they had some injuries. They had some weird stuff happen. They're a better team than the record is.
Mononucleosis. Le'Veon Bell wasn't what he was.
Yeah, Jamal Adams at the trade deadline. That whole
Got pissed
fiasco.
off. And so they wasted a good defense. They had a good defense. They have a good defense.
They'll be back next year.
The
Dolphins, it's going to take a while.
Let's go over the games from this past week. We came close. We really did.
Yeah.
Brenton talked us out of it. If you watched the video, we were debating between going was the Chargers and the
Vikings.
And the Vikings.
That was your pick.
That was my pick. And then we had the Bills, and then we had the the team that lost was the Denver Broncos.
Broncos not covering.
And when I saw the snow, I was like, well, this could be good for us. This could be
I thought so too.
And really, you talked us out of that one, and we would have won $670 or something like that. But instead, we won nothing.
Drew Lock was not a lock this week.
No, absolutely not.
That defense is still good, though. To have no offense and have to be on the field all that time and only let up 20 points against the Chiefs on the road, that's a solid defense.
Yeah. I was like, as soon as the game started, I was like, oh, fuck. You know when you're like, oh, man, I'm going to have diarrhea. You know, you're like, I'm going to have diarrhea today.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as that game started, I was like, there's no way they're covering this fucking spread. They got out. Kansas City got out too fast. And I was like, oh, they're never going to catch him now. They already got out too fast. So we took a big L this week, which was a hurtful one because I'd rather lose all the games and be a real bust than come that close.
But the Bills won. That's all that matters.
I knew the Bills were winning that game too because we knocked out 2 of the 3 on the parlay, and that the Bills were going to win for sure.
Yeah,
and that we'd lose by 1 game,
and that would be the game.
Yep.
And instead of going with the one we thought, we went with Brenton.
The analysis was correct. The analysis was correct. You can't predict Kenyon Drake getting 4 touchdowns. That's ridiculous. That's unheard of. There is not one expert in the world that would have said, yeah.
I'm sure somebody
Kenyon
picked
Drake.
Kenyon Drake during fantasy.
Kenyon Drake's mother.
Oh, please. Maybe she might not
The
be
only
alive.
person who was playing Kenyon Drake in the fantasy semifinals would be somebody that had no options or just wasn't paying attention. There's no reason to start him.
I get it. I understand. I'm just saying.
That came out of nowhere.
It did come out of nowhere, but...
And the Browns suck. All their wins have come against bad teams other than Buffalo.
Is Freddie Kitchens keeping that job?
I don't
He
know
shouldn't,
how.
but he's probably going to.
I don't
Matt
know
Patricia's
how.
keeping his job.
Well, they told him he's going to keep his job.
It's crazy.
For another
It's
year.
like Detroit and Cleveland, they just love being mediocre.
You know, Jim Caldwell was 11-5
with the Colts.
with the
the
Lions, and he got fired.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
And they're keeping Patricia around. I
For
already know
another
that.
year,
That's
yeah.
insane to me. That's
3-10 and
stupid.
1.
That's dumb.
Yeah,
He's a bad coach. I don't know what he does with that pencil in his ear, but
He never writes anything with it.
He's got a tablet.
He bites on it. I think he eats it. He probably eats like 4 or 5 pencils a game. Yeah, I was surprised that Patricia's sticking around. I don't think Freddie Kitchens is going to be around much longer.
No, he's got to go.
Landry's yelling at him on the side of the...
And let's
Yeah.
get rid of the Baker Mayfield ads because that's ridiculous.
Well,
they
they-
should have stopped those 6
State
weeks
Farm.
ago.
Yeah, State Farm is probably like, could we get the Peloton guy over here, please?
Yeah.
Because we'd rather have him right now. Yeah, it was a bad week for the Browns are just...
The Browns are browning.
They really don't. They're another team that's like what. On top of that, let's talk about the Dallas game for a second. Did anyone? Thank God we stayed away from that game. I'm not fucking anymore with any NFC East games.
Yeah.
Philly, Dallas this weekend, have it. I'm not messing with it. I don't know who's showing up. I don't know which team's getting off the plane. Dallas whooped the Rams' ass from the beginning of the game to the end of the game. Dak Prescott looked like he did week 1 when I was like, oh, this guy's going to be the MVP hands down this year. The defense looked good. I mean, they beat up the Rams' defense, and it wasn't really even competitive at all at any point. And this is a Rams team coming off a big fucking win the week before. I was like completely shocked by that one, and I was like, that just solidified my thought that no more am I messing with the NFC East. They're all terrible, and anyone could beat anyone because they're all garbage. And so I don't know who wins this week. Philadelphia, Dallas.
Flip a coin.
I don't know who wins.
I mean, I guess you got to lean towards Dallas is favored on the road, but
Wouldn't it be great if both teams showed up?
They could tie.
If they actually had a great, competitive, good football game.
it would be fun. but they could tie, and then it's still up in the air. That would be fun. What's the odds that it's a tie? How much money do you win if you predict a tie and it actually...
I don't know how... What? Oh, if it's a tie game?
If you bet ahead of time that it'll end in a tie, that's got to be crazy odds.
Now, you're saying regulation ends in a tie or the entire game?
I'm saying the entire game, including overtime, ends in a tie. If you pre-bet this game ends in a tie, I wonder what the odds are and what you could make.
Well, you could look them up on one of those magic boxes you got in front of you. Jesus Christ. What do we have you around for?
My good looks and personality.
Please. Speaking of which, guys, speaking of around, we're going to be around a lot longer in 2020. We are announcing that we are starting a Patreon for the podcast.
Woo!
Yes, very exciting.
The live audience loves it.
The studio audience is going crazy. We're going to start it next year. Our first installment is going to be episodes during the football playoffs. We're going to be doing something called the fourth quarter pod, where during the playoff games, we're going to get together for the weeks that we are around, and we're going to do a live podcast in the fourth quarter, kind of starting the podcast at the fourth quarter and watching the rest of the game. We're going to do some fantasy lightning. What's it called? Fantasy
flash drafts,
where you draft a team for the fourth quarter and then see what you can do out of that. I mean, this is ridiculous. Really got it down to like the smallest amount you can possibly gamble on. But hey, we'll do it. That's why we're here. So we'll have free episodes on the Patreon for that, and then we're going to do some baseball stuff. My son and I are going to do the baseball report. And we have some other ideas we're talking about. So yeah, the Patreon will be starting in 2020. We'll let you know when it's up and running. Please subscribe and tell people, because we want to make some money. To be gone honest with you, we've been coming in here for a year and a half trying to get Lucas paid by gambling, and we're losing money, guys. We might be the #1 lost money podcast out there. Yeah, everyone can talk.
But we also won $1 million.
Everyone cites Joe Rogan for what an unbelievable podcast he has and the big numbers and the amount of money he gets per read. We get the exact opposite for our podcast. We're losing money every week. So please help us out a little bit, and I think we'll give you back some fun. So Patreon coming next year, and that's that. Oh, okay. Major League Baseball signings this week. I'm still on cloud 9 because of my man Garrett Cole. But congratulations to Anthony Rendon signing with the Angels for $245 million. And I think it was $245 million. I think that's going to be... Look, that's a lot of money. That's they have 2 of the top 5 position players, money-wise, in their lineup. But I think they need that there. I think they have to have someone backing up Mike Trout. And if they weren't going to get Garrett Cole, then they had to go make a splash somehow or another. And that's the second best player out there. I think he's going to be great. I think he's a solid third baseman. Great glove, great in the clubhouse, and his numbers are fucking solid. So.
Now, did you see the Yankees press conference with Garrett Cole?
Yeah. Did you see his shaved face?
Yeah.
His beautiful butter shaved face. I loved it, dude. Number 45. We got a call coming in. Hey, what's the odds with Steve Rannazzisi? Who's this?
Hey, Punch Drunk, bro.
Hello?
Hey, I'm looking for Punch Drunk.
Dude, wrong podcast, man. Wrong day, brother. Triple E, man.
I'm just kidding. I just dialed this number. I can't believe Steve Rannazzisi picked up.
I can't believe you said my name incorrectly. I'm such a big fan. Steve Ranzini. Steve Big Ziti's on the phone. Who's this, man? What's your name?
That's not important.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Cryptic already. On a Wednesday during the holiday, sir. Where are you calling from? How about that?
Canada.
Canada? Which part? That's a pretty big fucking country.
Saskatchewan.
That's where I've been to Saskatchewan. That's fucking which east-west?
I think Rowdy Piper.
That's the west.
It's the west. By Vancouver, right? That's Saskatchewan?
No,
North.
it's like the North Dakota.
Calgary.
Above North Dakota.
Fuck, man. I don't know. What do you want to call about? What are you into?
Honestly, I'm watching an old Punch Drunk, and the number came up, and I'm like, I wonder if that's still the number.
That's the number for everything
and
in here.
I dialed it. That's crazy. You guys publish that.
So you were watching an old Punch Drunk and then just call the number while watching it and didn't realize that there was an actual like live podcast on right now? Or you just were like...
I was like, there's no way that this is just a live number.
Yeah, it's a live number, dude. You're on the air right now. I mean, we can't even edit this out because we're actually live right now. I wish we could.
Oh,
but I don't...
You're a saint for talking to me this long.
I mean, you haven't even given me your name yet, bro. You haven't even given me your name, and I've been on the phone. Could you give me your name?
Yeah, my name's Tag.
It's not Peg.
Tag.
It is. It's a weird name. Yeah,
Tag? Did you say Tag, Em? Are you saying Tag or Peg?
Tag.
Dude, do you know what it is? What he's saying?
Like T as in Tom or P as in Paul?
T as in Tom.
Okay.
T-E-G?
One more G.
T-E-G-G.
Yeah.
Tag. It's pronounced Tag?
Yeah.
Are you a Punch Drunk fan, Tag? Do you call in there?
I've never called in there before, no.
But I
always wondered where they got the number from.
Yeah, it's the All Things Comedy number. And so now you got it, man. Are you a sports fan at all? Do you gamble at all? That's what this podcast is about.
Yeah, I'm a sports fan a little bit. Obviously, I watch Punch Drunk, but I'm not a serious sports fan.
Are you more of a UFC fan?
Punch Drunk. Yep.
Canadians fucking love the UFC, man. It's like I think it's bigger than hockey over there. Right?
Yeah. I definitely watch all the UFCs, but that's just because.
Did you watch this past weekend?
Free. I did. Yep.
Do you think I didn't really know a lot about Kobe Covington except that apparently he loved to take the whole MAGA thing to the extreme. He probably got a little boisterous as far as like the going along with the president of the United States, and I think people turned against him. Is that correct?
They were cheering his name during the fight for a little bit there.
Oh, really? I didn't watch it, so I just heard that basically he was like shit talking a lot, and that he got his ass handed to him in a way of like now he got his mouth shut up, literally because he broke his jaw, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit poetic, I guess you'd call it, but yeah, he got his jaw broken like the second round and kept going, which was kind of
dude. He
props to that.
That punch that you could see his jaw get broken is like fucking. I mean, he says in between rounds, he's like, "I think I broke my jaw," which I'm like, you don't say that. But you know how?
No.
You know how I would tell someone I broke my jaw? Do you know how it would sound if I did? It just me. There'd be no audible discussion about it.
No, he's a doctor. He knows.
That's what it would be. Tears. A panic attack. Nothing. I think I broke my jaw. Let's go back out there. All right, what's the game plan, Coach? Are you excited about the Conor McGregor, what's his name, Cowboy Cerrone fight? That's the first big one in January, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it, obviously, but I mean, I'm kind of just done with Conor McGregor.
You are. So you think he's gonna lose, or you just don't care?
No, I think he'd probably win. I just think it's like. He's just not the same anymore. He's going to fight at 170 because he doesn't like cutting the weight. He's going to, he's picking fights that he knows he won't get taken down. It's just over for him.
He did call out the guy that beat Kobe Covington. What's his name? Usman, right? Is that how you say his name? Usman?
That's all he does now is tweet.
Yeah, he just calls people out, and Usman was like, "Look, dude, you have a fucking death wish if you want to fucking fight me at 170 pounds." That's not happening.
No.
Well, Tag, I appreciate the phone call. This is an actual number that you can call. I don't even know if you can call Punch Drunk live, but you can call our podcast live. Next time, maybe let's have a little more on the plate to figure out what we want to talk about. But other than that, happy holidays, buddy.
Do you guys do live like video?
Yeah, we're on Facebook Live right now, which we're gonna be switching to YouTube next year. But yeah, we're on right now, so you can see us. We're handsome, dude. I'm fucking gorgeous.
Okay, well, I've definitely listened to your podcast before, just here and there. But yeah, I'll check it out.
I appreciate it, Tag. Have a happy Boxing Day up there in Canada.
Thanks a lot. You too. Take it easy.
Be well.
Yep. Bye.
Yeah, that's another country, by the way. Mark it down. Is that our first Canadian caller?
I'll be honest, that was harder than a telemarketer.
Trying
to explain to the guy that we have a podcast.
I think I did a
that's
pretty
been
good
going
fucking
on
job
for
of
over
it.
a year.
I think I did a pretty good job of it
Do you
without
like sports?
embarrassing him.
Not really.
So if you're a Punch Drunk fan, how do you not know what time the show's on?
Why are you watching old episodes? Like nothing about Punch Drunk is like unless it's Ari's balls. That
Oh,
you're
was he
obsessed
still
with.
on the line?
Oh,
Most definitely, I just saw that.
Hey, Keg. No, we're just this is what we do. We recap
fuck.
the callers right after they call.
I hung up already, but I looked over it was still live. So.
That's all right. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
He knows.
Teg knows.
He knew what he got when he called. He's like, oh fuck.
He knows what this is all about.
What am I gonna? Yeah. What am I gonna hang up?
He's gonna watch this episode in 5 years, see the number on the phone, and call it again.
That's right. He's gonna be like, wait a minute. I know this number. Is there
No, this is Danish and O'Neill. What are you talking about?
Where were we before Tag? Oh, baseball. We were just talking about the signings.
What's up with Hal Steinbrenner? The whole press conference, he had this look on his face.
I didn't see the actual. I just saw his. I saw Garrett Cole's interview with ESPN after. So what do you mean? What was going on during the
He
press
just
conference?
had this blank look on his face.
Yeah, well, he's nervous. He just wrote a check for $345 million to a guy who, could first, you're not going to be paying him, or he's not going to be worth that money in 5 years or 6 years. So those years are coming. That's the face of a man who knows those years are coming. But you just hope for that you have what you think you have for 5 years, and he doesn't, get his elbow fucking smashed up or Tommy John surgery or any of that stuff. So, and I don't know. I think this is his first big guy that he went out without his dad.
Right. Right.
So that could be that.
And
I'm happy though. I saw Garrett Cole freshly shaven, and I was like, all right, this guy's in it. He's psyched. He's here. I like the reasons why he chose to be there.
Oh, he buttered himself up fast with that New York fan base, bringing the sign from 2001.
Bringing the sign from 2001, talking about what it meant to, you talk about the best recruiter of this entire process was in 2001. Garrett Cole's right on the wall. So like Derek Jeter's walking by and he yelled his name out. Derek Jeter tossed him a ball. Reggie Jackson came over and signed something for him. It's like, what better recruitment do you have than doing that at 11 years old with the best baseball player in the world? It's like, that's the greatest. How would he ever sign anywhere else?
Well, if the Angels or somebody offered him $1 million more, Scott Boras would have taken
Probably. But like I said, I told you guys when I brought my kids to that Angel game in May, we got there early. Kids were looking for autographs, and Vlad Guerrero Jr. is not out there signing because he's got a contract with Topps, for a certain amount of cards that he signs in the offseason, and he doesn't want to dilute the product. So, I'm just saying, look what handing a ball to a kid in 2001 did for the Yankees. Mm-hmm. Could win us 3 or 4 championships, or at least get us a guy that could win us 3 or 4 championships. Who knows? But I cried. I'm excited. I know he probably wasn't happy he had a shave, but he looks good in the fucking uniform. Number 45. Well, big baby Luke Voigt had 45 before. What would you ask if you're him? Because they like, all right, you want my number? Sure, you can have my number. You're a bigger player, but you got to give him something. What do you think Garrett Cole gives Luke Voigt for the number?
Probably a nice watch.
$345 million. The biggest contract
probably a really
ever
nice
signed.
watch, like a $15,000-$20,000 watch.
Yeah, something like that. That's a nice sign. That's a nice hey, thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm excited. Number 45. The jersey's already on sale. Try getting that for Christmas.
Hard. You got to get it for your son.
Yeah, Jonah's
don't you?
he added it to the list. He's like, I got the player I want. Now I want the jersey. It's like, great.
So glad I'm not a dad.
Yeah.
Jesus, dude. It's a nightmare. He changed his whole list last night. He's like, I'm going to write my list to Santa Claus. I go, what the fuck? What'd you say?
It's a week out.
Yeah, it's a week out, dude.
He already
written
made this
2
stuff.
lists.
He made this stuff. It's made.
There's no
it's in
editing.
the warehouse. It's on
no
the sled.
editing.
Amazon shipped it.
Yeah.
It's
also,
on the sled.
You want to hear something else ridiculous? The Grove is charging $45 per kid to sit on Santa's lap.
What?
That's
Per
disgusting.
Kid.
45?
$45.
Does anybody charge? I mean, I know they charge if you take a picture and they print out the picture, but
Yeah.
has anybody in the history of Christmas ever
Dude, you better
charged
get what you
just-
asked for $45 for Christmas.
So the money's in being Santa.
No, the money's not going to Santa.
That's crazy.
Money goes to the fucking mall.
Yeah.
They're doing it at the Grove. They're doing it at the one that, in Glendale that they own over there too. $45.
Are there discount Santas?
You get a picture. That's the move, dude. You do the side Santa. You're the Santa over there. You know, you don't have the fancy fucking costume, but it's enough. And you got a green screen behind you, so you could be in the North Pole. You could be in fucking out on the sleigh. You could be wherever you want with that green screen.
Are there elves too? Is there a whole?
Look, for $45, there better be a production. I'm not taking my kid to the. We don't go to the $45 Santa. No, we go to the regular old mall Santa.
The Von Santa.
Yeah, or the Stater Brothers Santa. You know, the one with a fucking limp. And the beard's all yellow around the mouth. Because Santa still smokes a couple packs of Camels a day. Because Mrs. Claus isn't what she used to be.
Yeah,
So that's the Santa Claus my kids go to. I can't have them going to fucking happy-go-lucky $45 get whatever you want Santa Claus. Think about the precedent you're setting there. We're going to pay $45 to go ask for something. Now what are you going to get banged for over there? No fucking way. No way. But I talked to Sebastian about it last night. He's like, I got to take the fucking kids. Take the kids?
And that's
Sit
probably
on Santa's lap? $45?
What are you doing?
For what?
who does that?
Who's doing this? Yeah, I just thought it was like $45. That's a fucking. I mean, I tell my kids there's no such thing as Santa for $45.
Yeah.
I'm like, see that guy over there? He's fucking fake. He's a ripoff artist.
Just hand your kid $45. He's gonna be happy.
Here's reality right now. Did any of you, by the way, watch the President's Cup?
No,
You
didn't
didn't?
know what happened.
You know Tiger Woods was the captain, right?
Yeah,
I heard we were down big. Did we end up winning?
We were down big time Thursday. They play a game called foursomes. So 2 players, America, 2 players from the world. They go out and play best ball. So you and I are a team. I get a 4, you get a 5. 4 counts. We get our 4
right.
against your whatever your score is.
Right.
And we went down big time, 4-1 on the first day. So and then the second day was foursomes, which means 2 teammates again. I hit a shot, you hit a shot. I hit a shot, you hit a shot. So back and forth, and then 2 4-balls again. So after the second day, we were down like by 3 or 4 points, and Saturday we made a bit more of a comeback. Tiger Woods was 3-0, and he sat out on Saturday, sat himself out. Saturday was a big day because I had to make a move to keep it within range, because Sunday's a singles match. So it's like I pick a player, you pick a player, they go out and play. So we had to keep it within a certain amount of points to be able to, close the gap on Sunday. And Saturday was a risky move because, look, if you're not the captain, Tiger Woods is the best player right now. Maybe in the world, he's playing the best. And he sat himself out on Saturday, which was sort of a risky move, because if he wasn't a captain and any other captain sat Tiger Woods out on Sunday, they would be ridiculed. And so, but because he did it to himself, that he got the right chemistry with the right players together. They really closed the gap on Saturday down to a point or 2, and then on Sunday singles matches is where America's really do well. We're on paper better players, and so one-on-one, like this guy Abraham Ancer, who's a Mexican golfer, grew up in Texas but plays for Mexico, and great player, young, like 22 or 23, grew up idolizing Tiger Woods, had a great weekend, and then on Saturday did the thing where he's like, I want to play Tiger Woods on Sunday, and he's like, I hope I get to play Tiger Woods on Sunday. And of course, Tiger was like, sure, no problem. So they went out and played. He was their first group out on Sunday, and Tiger beat him. And then they asked him after, what'd you think about, playing Abraham Ancer, calling you out? He's like, well, he asked for it and he got it. So that's it, man. And he was emotional when he won, and it was good to see it. It wasn't the Masters emotional where it's like he came back as a player, but I think he really is. He likes to be part of a team, as solo as a golf is as a sport, and as like automatic as he was for as long as he was and just beating everyone, he likes to be a part of a group. And I think these team events really bring out the best in him. And I think as a captain, for him to be able to go, all right, now I'm in charge and able to make the decisions and able to play and play well, it was pretty cool to watch. I was very excited. I thought it was like, it's the end of the year. Golf is like pretty much over, but they paced it out this year that like, oh, there's sort of an interesting golf thing happening at least once a month. So I enjoyed it. I was in Mammoth, again, in the hot tub with my phone watching the fucking golf. That's it, guys. I did, 7 minutes? Can I have 7 minutes for what I like in my life? Can I talk about that, Brenton? As I sit here and watch you stare at your fucking phone?
My eyes glazed over. What
It's
are you
not-
talking about?
It's exciting to watch. It is exciting to watch when you know what you're
Here's
watching.
Tiger on the 16th hole.
By the way, you want to know about excitement? Patrick Reed, who the week before at a tournament got a 2-stroke penalty for cheating. His ball was in the bunker, sand trap. You know what that is? The sand. You're not allowed to touch the sand with your club. You can't practice swing and hit the sand. You just have to hit the ball. He, on a practice swing, moved the sand back and says he didn't know he did it, but they caught him on video. They showed it to him. And then his whole excuse was, well, the intent wasn't there, so therefore I'm not a cheater. But in these team events, the crowd is really part of it. It's one of the golf tournaments where like you can yell and scream and like there's songs and shit that they sing for each player and stuff like that. So his caddy, he was taking a lot of heat all week long. Like, you're a fucking cheater, this and that. A lot. And his caddy one day, or it was Saturday, just at the end of the round, they were walking and he just heard someone, he had enough. He put the bag down, went over, confronted the guy, and they got into it and started pushing each other. And the guy, the patron got asked to leave, and the caddy got asked not to caddy on Sunday. So Patrick Reed had to have his instructor caddy for him on Sunday, and he ended up winning big time. So, all right, fine. Another 2 minutes. I did at the end, but it was an interesting part because there was a physical altercation, Brenton, which is a lot like hockey, right? A sport that you're interested in. What, did you shut down on me?
No, I'm looking up the video of the caddy fighting.
You're not going to see an actual video. You're just going to read about it because, they don't have cameras everywhere. Plus, Aussies.
Yeah, but people have phones.
Aussies are prison inmates anyway, right? That's all they are. It's a whole country full of prisoners, right? So they're awful people. I mean, as a whole, I think they're nice, but like they can get rowdy.
I got to be honest. I'm looking at what Patrick Reed looks like, and he looks like a cheater.
Oh, dude, he's such an asshole, alleged asshole. He got kicked off his own fucking. He went to the University of Georgia and got kicked off the team. That's how big of his asshole he was.
Yeah.
By far the best player on the team, and they were like, "Fuck you, get out of here."
He looks like a politician.
He went to the University of Athens, Georgia, or whatever, like wherever it was just like, you could tell he's a problem, but he's also a great golfer. So I was happy. The Americans won. I'll be going to the Ryder Cup in 2024 at Bethpage Black. I think it's 2024. It's right near my house in Long
Start
Island.
planning now, guys.
Dude, don't ridicule me like
See
that.
you in 4.5
You
years.
gonna be playing in it?
No, not that one.
Okay.
But I really appreciate the sentiment of the earnestness in which I know you believe I will.
Yeah.
You want a caddy for me?
Sure.
Great.
Do you golf?
Shut the fuck up, dude. All right. Let's get to the picks this week. Hold on. Did I go over everything? Oh, Clippers, Lakers. So far, the Lakers without Anthony Davis, that's a problem for them. A big problem.
Big problem.
They're going to lose. If he's out for a stretch, they'll lose half the games he's out for a stretch. LeBron cannot carry the team
Well, it
anymore.
depends who are they playing in that stretch.
Well, that's, again, yes. If he is out for a stretch and it is against tough teams, they will lose. They are not.
Yeah.
They are not. That is the one player that I don't think they can lose. I think
They can't lose him. Dwight Howard may be able to help a little.
a little bit, but he is no Anthony Davis. And
No.
unfortunately, Anthony Davis has a problem getting hurt. They're talking about the Clippers and load management, and I saw something Max Kellerman said. I hope everyone has the same energy about that they have now for shitting on load management as they should have in April when Kawhi Leonard's dropping fucking dimes during the playoffs and is rested. And so we'll see what happens. But the Clippers they still look. I mean, Kawhi Leonard. I was talking to Tripoli last night. That guy, Tripoli's saying he's like, every time he shoots, I think it's going to go in. And I have never felt that way about anyone. Like, it's surprising when it doesn't go in. He's at a different level right now. Mm-hmm. He is the best player on the team. And he is the best, beyond Paul George, way beyond Paul George. He's the best player in the world, I think, right now. He's playing the best ball. He's leading everyone. But according to Eric Griffin, who was on the podcast, it doesn't mean anything with his whole load management because his knees, when they start to go back-to-back games in the playoffs, that's when he's going to have a problem. So we'll see what happens. But and I'm surprised.
Be fun either way.
Yeah, Miami Heat are playing really well too. That was a great game. The Lakers and the Heat the other day.
Yeah.
All right, picks. Let's get to them. Football picks for this week, guys. By the way, next week is Christmas, so obviously Merry Christmas, and the week after is New Year's. We're not going to be doing a live podcast the next 2 weeks, but we will be making picks on the Instagram page. So check out What's the Odds Instagram page, and you'll see our picks if you want to play along with us next week. But this week, let's get to this week. Like I said, I'm not fucking around with any of the NFC East teams. I know the Giants are playing the Redskins, and the Eagles and the Cowboys are playing. So fuck that.
Question while Brenton pulls this up. As a Giants fan, do you want them to win this weekend?
I want to say no. I want to say no. And here's why. I really want that defensive end. What's
Chase Young?
Yes. And so I think the only way we get him is a second pick. I don't think he's there at 3.
No, he's going top 3.
Yeah. So I think that's.
Have you looked at mock drafts yet?
We have to lose this week or next week. So
as a Bills fan, I'm used to looking at mock drafts in week 8.
I looked at. I was folding laundry yesterday because I do my own laundry.
Like a big boy.
I do because, my wife and I had a disagreement a couple years ago because she did all the laundry. And then at one point I was getting ready to go on the road and I didn't have what I needed. And I got frustrated and I said to her, I just looked at her, I go, what's your laundry process? And she said to me, I just changed it as a matter of fact. It's now you do your own fucking laundry.
Now, Lucas, I know you're not in a relationship, but that's something you don't say to the woman in your life.
I know it sounds like, that's just like a business
what
question.
Is your laundry process, slave?
So, but that was like more condescending, like you work for me. And I think that's how she took it. And
hey, cunt, why didn't you do my laundry?
You know what?
I expect it to be done and folded. By noon, daily.
Well,
press my pants, bitch.
It's not. Look, you're making it sound a lot worse. I just want to know, like, what's the end date? Like, when do we end the laundry? Like, I know you say you do the laundry.
Oh, I'm sorry, Steve. I didn't realize we were under contract for your laundry.
No, you're not under contract for my laundry, but we signed a contract as husband and wife that we would help each other out.
You can fucking do it.
I know. So now I do my own laundry. But you know what? I still don't even do my own fucking laundry because let me ask you something. If I go over with my basket of laundry because I got to do my laundry because we're going to New York this week, right? So I go over, I got my laundry, but you have shit in the washing machine that's already been washed and shit in the dryer, right? And now
it's been a while since you've lived in an apartment. You take that shit in the dryer, you throw it on the floor, and
I take it, I put it into a hamper, I put it onto the bed, I move the stuff from the washing machine into the dryer, and then I put my stuff on. But I'm doing the fucking laundry. How are you doing the laundry when I'm the one moving everything over?
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah. Guys, let's not lose what's in that cup. Did we lose them?
No.
They're still in there. That's going to be the big reveal that's like our ball drop for 2020. So I when I asked what's your laundry process, that was the end of that. So anyway, I don't know how I brought
just don't ever say that.
So I was folding my laundry, watching Mel Kiper's first mock draft board.
Where do you have 2-0 going?
What they have him going? Like I mean, I'm thinking who needs quarterbacks? Burrows is the first.
Yeah.
I think I was happy he won the Heisman.
Yeah.
That speech was great.
Yeah.
That Heisman speech was great. You watch it?
Yeah.
Damn, dude. really like emotional, and I'm happy that first of all, it's a lot of donations to homeless shelters, correct? And so that's working out for him. I was really happy.
It's a
that
shame
won.
he has to go to the Bengals.
No, I don't think so. I think that guy wants to play for an Ohio team. I think he wants to. Who else was there? Bernie Kosar played for. He wanted to play. He was from Ohio. He wanted to play for a fucking Ohio team. I think this kid's the same way. I think it killed him that he had to go down to LSU after he lost his job or thought he lost his job at Ohio State. But he had to do what he had to do. But I think he was like, we'll look at that as a challenge. And like, I want to play for a team in the state that I grew up in. So, but yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to play for the fucking Bengals. But I hope that the Giants can get Trace Young. Trace Young?
Chase Young.
Chase. How do you say it?
Chase.
Chase?
Yeah.
Okay. Because he looks fucking beastly, and we need a defense. We need someone that's going to scare the goddamn quarterback. I mean, we had LT, which is the scariest motherfucker in the world. Strahan, even Jason Pierre-Paul, guys that
Your
scared the
last
quarterback.
really scary defender had no hand.
Well, he
You gotta
blew
bring
his own.
someone.
That's scary, dude. You see a guy with a lobster claw coming at you? That's a fucking scary business right there. All right, let's pull the odds up. Because I gotta
damn it. I
eat
hate
these
how this
fucking. Oh god.
Disappears.
Apparently, that stupid tablet's having some issues with that stupid screen.
All right.
Stupid.
But if you look over here, I can put it up so that everybody can see it.
Oh, okay.
That's not interesting to look at, but I can put it up over here.
All right. Let's just long as I can see what we're doing. Do you guys have games picked out already or no?
Yes.
Well, you want to start us off, Lucas?
My name's
sorry, Brenton.
Yes. I think Lucas wants to take the Bills, and because we've both been saying for weeks this is the game, so I'm going to leave that for him.
Aww.
And I am moving over to. No one thought this would happen. Arguably, for the first 8 weeks of the season, the worst football team in the history of the NFL
Are you taking
is
Atlanta?
now favored at home against probably a team that is slightly worse than them.
Atlanta?
No. Atlanta's good, just like I said they were.
Oh, my God.
Atlanta just beat San Francisco in San Francisco. Don't talk to me about Atlanta not being a good
Shocking.
team. It was amazing.
Shocking.
They've been doing that. They beat the Saints. They've been doing that shit. They're a
Okay.
good team.
Who was your pick?
I like Miami -1 at home against Cincinnati.
Okay.
Sometimes you got to look at these toilet bowl games and go, yeah, Miami's it's just going to be a lot of passing. Fitzmagic is going to pick that defense apart. The only thing that makes me nervous is Devontae Parker is questionable right now.
Yeah.
If he doesn't play, then that would make me want to shift away from that game. But if he's good to go,
Their defense is bad, dude.
I like Miami.
Their defense is really
But
bad.
so are the Bengals.
Well, you know. Well, interesting pick, Brenton. Interesting pick. And you're going with Miami giving a point.
Going with Miami, giving a point.
All right. Going with Miami giving a point. Can I see those now?
Yes.
Thank you. Lucas.
Yeah. I'm taking the Bills -7.
I love it. You got to go with the home pride.
+7.
Or +7.
Plus
yeah.
7.
I'm surprised the Patriots are favored that much.
It's home field advantage. There's webcam footage. Deflated balls at home. There's a lot of factors. I mean, each one of those adds a point to the spread.
Did you see the video?
Which one? The Bengals video?
The
or?
Bengals video that the Patriots took.
Yes.
You saw it.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know what they're looking for as far as like evidence as to filming illegally, but that seems to be pretty blatant to me.
Yeah.
There really doesn't seem to be any gray area with what was going on there, and I don't know what I don't necessarily think it's Belichick saying to the people, "Get me film or get me tape or however you got to do it, get it done." But I think it's people being overzealous to try to impress. And the culture that's been built there is sort of like, well, this is how you can get a real good, in with the coach. Is if just, maybe not like, hey, it's not like Belichick's asking, but if a tape is on his desk of hand signals and this and that, maybe he'll look at it. And whoever got it to him, maybe that person deserves a raise.
But
or
why the Bengals?
bro, you got to get it.
One game you didn't need.
You got to get everybody. You cannot cut corners when it comes to cheating.
And didn't they beat him like 34-17 this week?
34-3.
Oh, that's right. Damn.
And Edelman only had one fucking catch on my fantasy team.
Is it weird? I don't like any of these games.
They're all bad games because then the other thing you got to think about is who's playing for something. That's why I like a game where both of my teams, neither one of them's playing for anything, so it's a toss-up.
Something about me wants to
go.
take Chicago
Oh boy,
at home, getting 6 points
Oh,
against
God.
the Kansas City Chiefs.
no.
At home. They almost beat Green Bay last week.
Do we know the temperature?
They could have
weather
beat
conditions?
Green Bay
Well, it's in Chicago, so I'm going to assume it's going to be pretty fucking cold.
on that the little flip play. If he had flipped it earlier to Allen Robinson, there was nobody around.
No one around.
He could have gotten in. They probably would have screwed up the 2-point
Now
conversion.
that could have been like the end of their season right there, and this could be a wash. So but there's something about that. I feel like they cover that situation, but I'm not 100% there yet. Chargers, no, I don't like that either. And you took Atlanta, no, you didn't take Atlanta.
You should take Atlanta.
Yeah.
You should.
You're taking Atlanta?
Well, they're getting 7, and that's too much, so no. No, I'm not. Fine, I'm going to go with the Chicago Bears. Yes.
Well, that's our third. We need to pick a fourth.
Yeah.
We do?
Yep.
We
Yeah.
really want to fuck ourselves again?
Yeah, we won 3.
You win
game
3, you got to
parlays.
move
We
up
gotta
to
win
4. This is a
Man.
podcast about growth. We don't want to stay.
You want to do... that's next week, sorry. All right, well, you guys... oh, God, Brenton, is that the...
Oh, no, you
They're okay.
didn't.
They're in there?
That's okay.
They're still in there, right?
Thank God. Here, look at this again. I mean, I don't really like any of the other games. I'm not fucking with the NFC East, so I told you. That's 2 games right out of it right there.
Let's see. I like. What was the other game I really liked? I like. Well, Carolina's going with a third-string quarterback. Kyle Allen's done. I don't even know the guy's name.
I have no idea who their third
And they're
stringer is.
getting 7 points, right?
It's Indianapolis is getting 7 points at home.
Yeah, so they're giving.
So I like that game.
You like who? Indianapolis?
I
or
like
Jack-
Indianapolis. I don't like Carolina.
Yeah,
You kidding me?
yeah.
They're not gonna unless McCaffrey runs for 500 yards.
But she's still good.
That'll be in
He
the
could,
tape.
but-
That'll be in the video next week.
Yeah.
So I like the Colts there. I like Baltimore giving 10 on the road to Cleveland because they're still playing for the first seed.
And Baltimore's going to play for it too.
Baltimore
That should be our other
still
game.
playing for the first seed. And then I like where was it? Where's the Jacksonville game? Yeah, I like Atlanta covering, even though they're giving 7 points.
I like Baltimore out of what he came up
Against
with there.
Cleveland?
Yeah,
I do too.
I think Baltimore.
What's the line on it?
It's 9.5. Oh, it's 10. Excuse
And
me.
Freddie
It's
Kitchens
10.
can get fired if they get blown out.
10.
If it's a blowout at home,
But
and, like-
Baltimore wants that first overall seed.
Yeah,
they're going to
so
play.
they're
going
gonna play for it.
and then they can rest next week. If they win this week, they can rest
good
next
call,
week.
Brenton. Good call. We're gonna win this fucking week, guys, huh?
Damn
Let's get
right.
Lucas paid.
Yeah, for the
At the end of
holidays.
the year.
Listen,
Yeah, guys. Happy 2020. We're almost done with 2019, a decade over. Thank you for listening and watching our podcast every week this year. It's been a blast doing it. We really, really enjoy doing it. We are getting better at it. We're the sloppiest podcast out there, but we're less sloppy every single week. And that's
we?
all you can. Well, we try to be, but not always. I think we're gonna have a great 2020.
sidebar:
What?
if we put $100 on the Bills and the Seahawks to be the Super Bowl teams right now, $100 would get us $750,000.
$100 right now to bet $100. We would for the Seahawks and the Bills to be in the Super Bowl. We would win $750,000.
I think
Plus-
it's 75,000.
It's plus 7,500.
Yeah. So what's the math work out? to?
75,000.
That's 75,000.
I think so.
I'm not good at math.
75,000 or 7,500. Just add the 2 zeros.
Yeah, 7,500 with 2 zeros is 750,000.
No, it's not.
It is.
Seems
There's
like
no
too
way.
good to be true. We know the Bills will be in the Super Bowl.
They're not going to be. That's the part that I,
I just
don't
don't know
think's
about
gonna
the
happen.
Seahawks.
Did anyone do the calculations
Look,
yet?
I put it in my calculator. 7,500
Times 100.
100 is 750,000.
7,500
Yeah,
Those are the odds?
those are the odds. Plus
equal.
7,500.
equals 750,000.
Yeah, but
Look,
that's
you
what
want
I'm
to put
saying.
$100 down on that? Feel free, but
Why
you
not?
that's like 400,000 after taxes.
Why not?
It's chump change to this guy over
Yeah.
here. Good luck,
What are you
dude.
talking about?
Go
And
for it.
if it's the Bills and the Saints, it's $600,000.
Well, you don't want that.
Gotta
Go
make
big or
an
go home.
insurance bet.
Okay, let me punch these
I
games
hope-
in. So we've got
We got sponsorship coming next year, guys. That's right. We got a real
We got the Bills.
sponsorship.
we've got
I'm going to guess this 14 payout will be $734.
we've got
Do you have
the
a guess?
Bills.
Ooh,
We've got the
6,
Dolphins.
28.
We've got the Ravens.
Yep.
And who was your team?
And the Chicago
Oh,
Bears.
fuck us. That's going to be the game.
Big money.
628.
I need it to be over $700.
$614.
Damn it.
And I go out on a victory at the end of the year, guys. Huh? Victorious again. That is the podcast for...
Well, not quite.
Oh, yes, I forgot.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, in March, we made a bet about the Irvine Anteaters.
Sweet
Steve
16.
lost that bet.
Yeah. Who would have thought the UC Irvine's going to the fucking Sweet 16?
He could not find a costume to wear on the podcast.
I got
so
offered
we thought,
aardvarks, an Alf costume.
why not turn Steve into an anteater? We went outside before the podcast. We found some ants. There are 2 in here. They are both still alive. They're moving around, and Steve is going to eat those ants right
I
now.
want to see if we can get a video
Merry Christmas.
of this with the ants. I mean, they're in there. Is that working?
I can move it, yeah. Well, no, you can't really see. That's completely out of focus. I mean, you can. Yeah.
There's 2 tiny little ants in there. And they're Sprite.
If no one's going to eat the spider in the other cup, can I eat it?
What? Oh, there they are. They look like... All right.
The little chocolate
See, they look like
They're
ants
so
in the back.
tiny.
They're little
I know, they
chocolate
are so
chips.
tiny.
But also, none of us are on mic anymore.
Oh, that's true. I'll go back here now. All right, I'm going to eat them now.
Pete is not going to like this.
All right, here we go. First ant up. He's on my finger. He's biting me! He's biting my tongue! It bit my tongue, dude. It bit it. Did you see it bite?
Just swallow. No, I didn't see it bite your tongue.
Oh, I don't know if I can do the other one.
It's an ant.
I don't know if I can do the other
You
one.
gotta
dude.
do it.
Oh my god, it didn't. You know when you think it's gonna taste like nothing, and then it's like, oh, it tastes like a lot. Oh my god.
Smush it and kill it this time so it doesn't bite your tongue.
It's like metal. Are they on my tongue? Is there like remnants? You see it?
I see a mark on your tongue.
There is?
Yeah.
Dude, I'll tell you what. For the tiniest little things, they taste like. Do you ever eat something and then later on you have like something in your tooth and you like, that must be a poppy seed. And you bite into it and it's the most explosive flavor thing. That's what an ant tastes like. It was a lot of like flavor in a very small body.
Well, that's in you now.
That wasn't fun at all.
Let me know if you feel that just like wiggling around in your
You
stomach
paid off the
later.
bet.
Well, I'm the anteater, everyone.
9 months later.
Guys, happy 2019. Have a great holiday week and a half. Happy Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we will see you in 2020, everyone.
Steve Rannazzisi, lit. I'm the guy. I'm the guy. Fucking lit. I'm the guy. What's